Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is Cosmet Gaming with me, Christopher, and we're back with The Outer Worlds and our first playthrough of the game. And up at this point, where we are right now, having gone into Hawthorne's ship here, talking to... Is it Ada or Ava? Ada or Ava? Who are you? Ada. There we go. Yeah, I'll be back. Don't worry, I was just checking your name. Ada, yeah. This is about as much as I've seen of this game. I've seen people play up to this point. So from here on forward, it's all news to me, and that's exciting. Now, before we exit the ship, I want to have a little bit of a look around. So this is a workbench. Now what can we do with workbenches? So, the workbench allows you to repair, upgrade, and modify your weapons and armor, keeping you combat ready and tip-top shape all the time. On each screen, first select the weapon or armor item that you want to work on, and choose what you want to do with it. Repair it, break it down for parts, modify it with a mod, or tinker to upgrade it. So, we have... 2 light pistols, for example. Now, can I do anything at all with this? I have absolutely nothing right now, and I'm gonna sort of assume that that is the case going forward. As for melee weapons, well, that means that we can probably... Like, what's the... do we have a condition? Yes, we do. So this is a little bit worse, so let's... how did I break it down? Breakdown, here we go. We can break this down, but I can also, okay, so let's, where do I have, here we go, weapon management. Up to 4 weapons equipped at a time by dragging them up to the slots at the top of the screen. Now this way you can also inspect your weapons, compare them, flag them as junk, or break down for parts. We can do it already here then. Players with the engineering skill can repair weapons on this screen as well. Sure thing. We'll replace that because, you know, this is already a little bit broken down, but we'll break it down for the parts. And even though I'm not going to do a whole bunch of melee, let's take a sentry blade as well. And I'll break down the rest of the stuff. So, as for ammo, okay, so there's only 3 ammo types, light, heavy, and energy. Sure, that's okay, and that presumably means that it is a specific type of damage, I guess. That little icon there. I don't know. But apparently this is a bleed special effect, this is a knockback special effect, and this is also bleed. Sort of what you would presume. As for armor management, drag armor helmet items to the equipment slots to wear them. You can also manage your armor here, breakdown, etc, etc. So, we have our hibernation suit. We can also do a helmet. I would assume that those go together, yes. And I also turn the display helmet off, because I generally enjoy seeing the face of the person I'm actually playing as. So this one is obviously completely pointless because it's a one-handed melee that I don't really care about. And do I need to read all of this? Can do drug mixing slots, etc. Each slot is mixed is every puff of the inhaler for a combined effect. Okay, so that's interesting to know. Well, we have a couple of things. Are these just health, I guess? Base health plus 25. With a loaf of sliced bread is carbohydrates. So plus 200% natural health regeneration. Okay, so that's just the generation. Now, me not having natural health generation, does 200% mean that I still have 0? I would assume so, at least. And of course there's some alcohol, can't have a game like this without alcohol. These are just, well, not just, but most of them are health regeneration that I don't have. So let's ignore that for now. I also have some mag picks and a whole bunch of weapon parts. So weapon parts are what we do stuff with. We have indeed a quest item and some cannon tail. What can I do with this then? There's some value to it, so we'll keep it for now. Okay, so, yeah, early on in the game, can't really do much here, so let's ignore that. I want to see what's upstairs here. Okay. Another bench thing. What's this then?
Want to be a brand new you? Try out our respecification machine. Alex installed it himself, right before he died.
Alright, so I would assume if we press this, we can respec. Yeah, I like that it goes respec, quotation marks. No, I would not, because I'm quite happy so far with, you know, who I am. And in here would be the engines.
Until a replacement regulator has been properly installed.
That is what we're gonna have to do
If you
here.
possess a power regulator, please insert the part into the appropriate slot, which is this one.
Sure thing. This is not... Oop, wrong side. Sure. So up here, what do we have? Ooh, dining table. This is... okay.
Power failure, all doors will remain on security lockdown.
Fine, that is reasonable as well. Some kind of checkers game-ish. Chinese checkers, guess. Some playing cards. Very unfinished games here. Now, what's that about? I have no idea. So, probably not. Well, we do find some gourmet food stuff here. I mean, with the power off, wouldn't
Alex preferred to travel alone.
Wouldn't the fridge be out as well? Maybe? Okay, so that's basically it, I guess. Okay, so instead of taking the ladders, you can just, you know, go with the stairs. But yeah, okay, so all doors are closed. That doesn't really help us that much. So let's head out and talk to the, I don't know, was she a captain or something? Can't really remember, but yeah, let's go talk to her. Lieutenant is what she was. There we go.
Happen to be your ship, would it? Because you sure walked in it like it was your ship. And if this ship is yours, well, ma'am, you owe Spacer's Choice a hefty fine. Afraid we gotta dock your pay.
Yeah, I don't really have a job. Okay, so I can lie that you got it all wrong on Starship Safety Inspector, or I can just attack them. We take down payments in wanton violence? Well, we're not really that violent, I'd say. So yeah, I don't have a job.
I'll waive your fee since you helped us with those marauders. If you're looking for work, talk to the constable down at Edgewater. She's got a bounty on marauders. Edgewater's not too far. Just follow the road east of here, over past the cemetery. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to inspect the crime scene before I make my report.
Okay. Well, that was easy. You also have to fine. I don't have a job. Well, fine then. You helped us, sort of. Right. So, this is it. This is me finding out about the game. And I kind of like how they did this, by the way. The fact that you spot a little something back there in the very, very distance. Nice little volcano thing over there. I really, really love the color scheme that they've chosen. At least for this planet. I don't know if we're... I mean, am I wrong in thinking that we are gonna see other planets? I mean, I sort of remember something about it, and I think that, you know, I mean, I've seen screenshots and stuff like that, so I wouldn't be surprised if that is the case. But yeah, as I said, I mean, we got some information from the... Ooh, who's that? Oh, well, he's there, and okay, I'm just gonna I'm just gonna sneak up on it. Wow, I mean, that wasn't very perceptive of me, but it wasn't very perceptive of him either. None of us did a good job there. Let's just plant a shot in your head. Let's plant another shot in your head. Oh, you are shooting at me from over there. That's fine. Let's reload. I'm quite low on health still. So, can we... Oh, you're running around on the side. Let's go into the... Oh, you went... Come on. Get him. Get him. There we go. Well, health is not looking good, but... oh, I mean, I really need to start figuring out how to deal with this. I can't keep losing health just, you know, over and over. Where did you go, by the way? Where did you go? Did you... where did you go? I don't know where he went. Yeah, I need to sort of consider that. I can't just go on taking damage over and over again. So let's do a little bit of healing here. My inhalator. And where was I? I was talking about something when I was interrupted by myself here. Well, never mind. Right, so we are moving on to stuff that we can look for. Is this a correct route, by the way? Because you can go in here as well. Let's check this out a little bit. This is also very, very nice. Very, very nice. But yeah, I need to be way better at dealing with enemies right now. It's been a little while since I played FPS games though, so it might be that is a thing. I'm just a little bit rusty here on the old aiming, etc, etc. That's fine. We're quite easily still making our way to Edgewater. So the question is how... Ooh, what's that over there? It's interesting. But yeah, as I said before, it's really colorful and I love it. It's beautiful. This is exactly the kind of games I like. Yeah, question is, what are we going to have to do in order to get the stuff that we need? Oh, you can actually look at all of these then. Epitaph pending calculation. What are you gonna calculate? I don't know about that. This is a drill?
Where'd you come from?
Like over here-ish? So these are a whole bunch of drills. Oh, I presume for making graves, etc, etc. So, Silas, were you gravedigger, I would presume?
Don't go ambling out in those hills. That's marauder territory, friend.
Don't I know it? See, I'm just... Well, okay, we can be a little bit friendly here. My pod crashed. Yes.
Your pod? What are you on about? You take a bruise to the cranium? Ain't safe out here. You'd best head into town. Avail yourself of Edgewater's high walls. And low prices.
You've just bought into everything, haven't you? Low prices. We got your name. I'm Space Cadet number 2.
Pleased to make your acquaintanceship. I'd shake your hand, but I've been hauling corpses. You don't want none of that on you. Name's Silas. Junior in humor for the town of Edgewater. We're all part of the Spacer's Choice family.
Isn't that nice? So, yeah. Doesn't really seem as if the person to talk about a power regulator, but whatever. Yeah, I might be looking to make some money. This place looks as fallen up to pieces. Have I seen that? I don't know. Junior in humor. Fancy title for a gravedigger.
Hey, I earned that fancy title. Started off a lowly junior gravesite builder, then junior interment engineer. Oh, and I was a junior burial assistant for a time.
He's very junior at everything, isn't he? Well, yep, you seem pretty old to be a junior anything.
At the rate I've been working, I'm bound to earn a promotion. Must be about 50, 60 burials away from associate in humor.
And he seemed happy about that. Well, okay, so let's see if he can actually say something about this.
Definitely not the junior in humor, that's for sure. If you've got business inquiries, you should stop by Reed Thompson's office. He's up in the tower above the cannery. Head into town, follow the road. Look, you obviously ain't a worker. What's your racket? You a smuggler? Freelancer?
Not really gonna answer that, I think. So yeah, are you offering me something here?
Edgewater is a company town, board-owned and operated. That includes the cemetery. None of us own our grave sites, we rent them from the company. Renting means money. Money means paperwork. Paperwork means signatures. Some of our families become a mite delinquent in paying their dues, you see?
Okay. That didn't seem as if it was any job to me, I guess. Or, okay, you want me to like what's owed to you. How is he? I mean, why would he be the person who, you know, collects that money? But yeah, you seem to want some help with that.
4 workers still haven't paid up. Phyllis, Conrad, Ludwig, and Martin Abernathy. He's a special case. You may want to twist his arm a little.
Abernathy! What is it with that name, by the way? Abernathy is everywhere. I like it. So yeah, why is he a special case?
He just is. Look, I don't want to get into it. Just make sure he pays up.
So we're basically gonna go around and bust some heads for some money. Beautiful. Well, actually not me, because I could probably talk them down, I hope.
Conrad's got a barbershop in town. Phyllis works at the cannery most hours. Abernathy... I ain't seen him in a few days. His domicile is near the cannery. You'll find him in town. All except Ludwig, that is. He's over by the landing pad.
Alright, so... was there anything else I wanted to ask him about? Yeah, okay. Well, that's a little bit mean. Tom must be pretty bad shape if it keeps you employed. Yeah, about the Hope. Have you heard anything about that?
The colony ship? Are you talking about that old rumor? Some great big starship packed full of colonists what got lost in the aether never to be found again? Ain't heard that one since I was but a stripling. Can't say it was terribly convincing far as rumors go. There a reason you asking?
I would assume that the board sort of wants to keep a lid on it, even though they're... I mean, I've seen pictures, like on the loading screens, about a celebration of the event, like this memory of those people, but he seems to think that that is not something that actually happened. So yeah, I'm actually from there.
Easy now. No need to get your hackles up. Maybe you've been out in the sun too long. Why don't you head over to the cantina? Get yourself some 0G brew. It's a brew that's good for what ails you.
Yeah, more product placement here. Well, I seem to be a little bit agitated here.
No, this is sounding like sedition. I'm not too keen on getting clapped in irons because you wouldn't stop running your mouth. Look, I don't know what's got you caterwauling about Hope this and Colony that, but you need to stop, or there's gonna be trouble.
From you? Yeah, where's that trouble?
Trouble's in the asking. Board don't much care for folk running their mouths, spreading hoaxes and the like. Frankly, neither do I.
Okay, well, let's see if you can tell me anything else. Right. Never mind then. Let's just be on our way. I mean, the town doesn't look that bad, does it? What I am about here, but whatever. So you don't seem to care. Can I talk to you?
I could really go for some salt tuna.
I got some for you if you want it.
I could really go for some salt tuna.
Okay, sure. Salt tuna it is. Right, so Edgewater, employment community, Spacer's choice. That's the moon guy that I have seen pictures of. Anything else that I can do here before I sneak into town? Can't get in here. Can I? Ooh, steal stuff. Anyone here? Can I? Ooh, I want to steal this. You know. And no one is the wiser. I don't really care about those though. Would care for more ammo. I mean, ammo is nice. Model spaceship. I absolutely would like a model spaceship. Give me that. It's nice that I'm starting my career here in Edgewater by basically stealing everything that isn't tied down. I pick as well. I assume that there's no one here. Let's take that. Oh, more mag picks. Will come in handy. This is a bypass shunt. I also need that one. And anything else that is interesting? It cartridge. Yes, take that. And that's about it, I think. I can. Ooh, I can do this. Yeah, with that extra mag thing. Ooh, criminal activities. Sure, trespassing, lockpicking, hacking, and murder are all considered illegal activities and are frowned upon by society. I would assume that murder is frowned upon, yes. About being seen if you want to engage in those activities without consequences. Someone here, right? Don't think that I'm being seen here. Don't really need that one. We'll take that. Corporation Service Award. Where's that for? Medium-sized award typically kind of given out at annual company achievement backwards in Galaxy. It might come in handy, you know. Cigarette and a plasma rifle. Ooh. Now, would that be a long gun? Yes, it would. But I also can't use it, I believe. This is actually also a long gun. Yeah, that is energy, which I, don't have any of. So let's sneaky. I did not do anything. Yeah, I obviously need some energy ammo for that first. That is a door that I am unable to go through. There's something here though that's a little bit lit up. And I have discovered the cemetery here for some reason. Ooh, what is this then? Early retirement. Do you want to end your years in luxury and comfort? You dream of walking beneath the vaulted arches of Byzantium? Early retirement is finally here. Early retirement is your ticket to Byzantium. Early retirement is Chairman Rockwell and Minister Clark's gift to you. Selection for their early retirement process is by lottery. Winners enjoy an all-expense-paid trip to their new life at Byzantium, the jewel of Halcyon. Why does that make me feel as if that is a place where people go to die? Sort of feels like that. Non-skip metal ring. Anyone here? This is presumably locked. Yes, I need more bypass shunts for that. I don't think that there's anyone here. Let's steal everything. Again, everything that isn't pinned down. Okay, not everything, because not everything is interesting. This is a locked terminal. And for some reason I was able to get in super easily. There's some information here. Some flavor. Your subscription to the Inhumors Association newsletter has expired. I'd like to invite you to renew your subscription. Act now, we will throw in a copy of our newest publications, Shovel's Gazette and Quarterly. Ooh. Very nice. Yeah. Don't really need to learn about that, I would assume. Burial invoice, but for that I need a password. I need to do this. Let's hack it. And I do get some XP for that, so that's fine. Name Theodore Granger. Cause of expiration: industrial accident. Bird Snatcher successfully interred in gravesite 13F. He has paid and accounted for his fees. Teddy's corpse was missing a hand. Deducted 5 bits from gravesite fee because I'm a cuddly fellow. Well, isn't that nice? Right, so we did a little bit of that. Didn't really need to, but whatever. And I don't feel like stealing more shovels. I do want that ring though. That's my ring now. I have no idea if I need it, but we'll see. Or, if I can even sell it. I don't know if this is a game that deals with, fencing and stuff like that. We'll see. Right, Edgewater. Let's head in. And here we are. Okay. Some XP for that. Okay, it doesn't seem too good, to be honest. There's a little bit of, rubble here. There's, fungus growing everywhere. There's, cable lines just strewn across. Maybe I was right in saying that this doesn't look super hot. And you are a very shifty character, by the way. I didn't see you in the beginning there.
For some medicine, come tell me. I'll set him. Keep your distance, friend. Sick house is no place for a traveler.
So this is the sick house then. I mean, I would assume because you were talking about that. We're gonna start off by going to where we're supposed to go, I think. I mean, I don't really feel as if I need to just check everything right now. The barbershop though. In case you wanna change your appearance, I would assume. Actually, what is this? Is this the sick place? Yes, it is. Ooh, there's cute stuff here. Is the same kind of stuff that I noticed before? Or are these actually the equivalent of rats then? In that case, they're not that cute. What are you, by the way? And who are you?
I appreciate the company and all, but you really ought to leave. You don't want to be seen around me.
You don't look that... You don't look good and you don't sound good either.
Because I'm sick. You don't want to associate with people in the sick house. We're not worth your time. I'm in about as much trouble as I can be. No reason you ought to be tarnished by association. People are gonna talk.
Well, that doesn't seem really fair. I mean, people get sick, right? Even in space, people would get sick, right? So yeah, what's going on here?
Figured it was obvious. I got sick. Couldn't get better on my own. Got moved here for everyone's sake. Maybe you don't know this, but there's a real simple reason you don't talk to the plagued. You don't want what we've got.
Well, plague, that doesn't sound as good as I imagined. So yeah, strength I can't do because obviously I haven't done that, but medical I apparently have some stuff in. Now I wonder if the 5 is the level that we need. If that's the case, that's pretty damn low. Like any character would get that unless you've really lowered your stats. I would assume that this is gonna get higher as we go on. So yeah, I have had some training, so let me look at you.
Don't. Please. I could get into a lot of trouble.
Well, you obviously need help.
That's kind of you to say, I suppose. But I don't need help. What I need is to understand my own folly. Company always tells us, weak spirits lead to weak bodies. If I didn't want to fall sick with plague, maybe I should have worked harder. Maybe I should have taken more pride in my work.
That's kind of weird. Like, why would more work not make you sick with plague? That's not how plague works. Like, at all. Yeah, exactly. You can't really blame yourself because you fell sick.
I really wish you wouldn't say those sorts of things. I told you once already. People could be listening. I'm feeling a touch faint. If you don't mind, I'd like to be alone for a spell.
Well, sure thing. Okay, so weird plague thing going on. And people seem to attribute it to, you know, not the plague, but to other things. I mean, these little creatures that's running around, maybe you should sort of have a look at that as well. Now, OSI, what is that? We have the cannery here, so cannery is sort of where we were supposed to be. Yes, basic choice cantina. Where's that then? That over here somewhere? That's a halcyon thing. Oh, we have some wanted people here. Yeah, Birdie Cotton. Guillaume. I don't know how to pronounce that. Guillaume, I think. Antrim. Doc Mabel. Sure, some people that we can presumably hunt down.
Eating nothing but salt tuna for a
Yeah.
year.
So this is the constable. This is, isn't this one of the people that we were sort of supposed to talk to? Constable Reyes. I think I've heard your name.
Welcome to the Spacer's Choice Constabulary. We are Halcyon's leading brand in frontier justice. The office is writing up promotion. Purchase 3 criminal investigations and the 4th one's free.
That's... Man, I like this, but that's a little bit weird. How would purchasing criminal investigations work? Like, am I purchasing the right to perform a criminal investigation or to read up on it or what? Yeah, if you need help with your marauder problem, I am indeed for hire.
As a Spacer's Choice Constable, I am authorized to grant you legal authority toward apprehending wanted criminals. Know how to carry yourself in a fight? I've got bounties out for these 3 marauders. Cross them off and bring me their fingers. Just 1 per marauder, please. I'll dust off the old fingerprint roller.
Perfect. So yeah, got those outside. So yeah, can I ask you some questions?
Within the acceptable margins of curiosity.
Well, she's very, very strict and very formal here. Yeah. So, do I want to ask about Phineas Wells? Let's do it.
His likeness decorates many a wanted poster. Do you have any relevant information about this individual?
Not really. Yeah, that's why I'm asking. Looks like there's a bounty on his head. Don't think that I should go into that whole debacle. I mean, he got me out, even though we might not really be... I mean, to say that we're acquainted, that's a stretch as well. I mean, I've seen him for like, I don't know, 5 seconds and then had him in my ear for a little while. But yeah, is there a bounty on his head?
You are correct. An outstanding bounty has been posted for information pertaining to the whereabouts of Phineas V. Wells.
Okay. Well, if the board's paying, I am willing to take that bounty. Let's see what that does. I mean, hopefully this is a game, I would presume it is, where even if I have missions such like that, and if I go to him however I would do that, I might be able to figure that out in a different way.
Unfortunately, the arrest of Mr. Wells falls outside my authority. I enforce the company policy of Spacer's Choice in the region of Emerald Vale. Wells is wanted by the board. If you have information related to the location of Phineas V. Wells, you are required to submit that information to your nearest board authority.
Okay, so he's wanted by the higher-ups, basically. So, yeah. Yeah, that's a fair question. I assumed you were my nearest board authority.
I represent Spacer's Choice. Spacer's Choice is a wholly owned subsidiary of Universal Defense Logistics, which is itself a member of the Halcyon Holdings Corporation Board. Also, I specialize in processing fingerprints, so unless you're carrying Wells's finger on you, there's not a lot I can do for you.
Well, fine then. So yeah, who do I have to talk to?
Any information regarding outstanding bounties and wanted criminals should be directed to Mr. Udom Bedford. Mr. Bedford's office is located on the Groundbreaker.
Yeah, what's that then? It sounds like a ship.
Halcyon's original colony ship, now repurposed into a space station. Mr. Udom Bedford represents the board's interest on the Groundbreaker. Something else I can do for you?
Well, I seem to have exhausted myself here. So, when she says a space station, I mean, it's not going to be here, is it? I mean, I would presume it wouldn't be here, at least. Oh, so the cantina... Huh. This cannery here, and then cantina here. So the cantina would be here, then. I mean, is this the cantina? Yeah, okay, fine. This is the cantina. Well, we're not going to take a drink just now. So let's keep heading along the path here. And I mean, it's not that many people around, is there? And where am I gonna go now? I think I might have to go around here. Because it's just a Saltuna cannery, but it seems as if it is in there. Let's open up. Okay, so you're actually in the tannery then. Okay. There is actually a lift there, because yes, they did say there was supposed to be above the cannery. Ooh, this is interesting. I need to learn the... how does this appear when I am actually being spotted, by the way. Is there anyone here that can spot me? I just want to see how the eye changes when someone sees me. Not at all, it seems. You're not gonna spot me? Okay. Have to be a little bit careful about stealing stuff then, when I am stealthing. Let's ignore all that and just head on to the town leader, apparently.
The grease monkey, Argo?
I'm sorry, Mr. Thompson, sir. You asked why it's taking so long to fix. The answer's technical.
Don't apologize. Just try using small words for me.
The cans bust open in the oven because she's set to cook saltuna, which isn't what we've got. Mr. Thompson? I think there's someone here to see you.
Focus, Miss Holcomb. You and I are still talking. Let's start over. Walk
yeah, don't mind me for now.
Show me where it's going awry.
Well, sure. It's, mostly on account of what we're feeding into the mechanism.
It puts food in cans. We have food, we have cans. Why won't it work like we need?
She's expecting Saltuna of a certain size. We're filling the cans with, well, not fish.
And that's about what you seem to be interested in getting from her, then. Well, let's talk to this guy, then. Reed Thompson, was it?
Seems we've got a guest. Really now, Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up. I do apologize. I was given no
She
forewarning
did,
of your arrival,
by the way.
or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself.
Would you really? I don't really think so, but whatever. So yeah, are you Reed?
I'm Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. I cannot help but notice you are not in uniform.
That is very true, because I'm not from here. Yeah, exactly. What are you talking about?
Shirt, pants, work boots, company-approved colors. The, honorable apparel of a loyal worker?
Yeah, I mean, I don't work for Spacer's Choice, so why would I have that?
Of course not. I don't have that kind of luck. Seems I allowed my excitement to run away with my wits. Been a few seasons since we've had a visitor pass through.
Ah, so they didn't really expect someone outside of the town to be here. Yeah, indeed, I do need my repairs and a new power regulator to do that.
Only regulator we got is hooked up to the town transformer. Mr. Thompson ain't liable to be keen on dismantling it.
I beg your pardon. I am most emphatically not keen on any such thing. I can't let you have our power regulator. But I happen to know of another one. And I happen to know exactly how you may retrieve it without frying yourself in the process.
Sounds good to me. Yeah, I'm gonna cut straight to that chase. You want me to do something for you until you help me, basically.
My proposition benefits the both of us. Please, hear me out.
Sure thing.
There's a power regulator in the old botanical lab. It's mostly abandoned, so all that power is being squandered. Go down to the geothermal plant. Reroute power from the botanical district over to us. Once their power's shut down, you can have their regulator and be along on your way.
And yeah, mostly abandoned, you say. What do you mean by that?
I'm not entirely sure how to tell you this. The botanical labs are not legally inhabited, but there are people who live there.
Well, that means that we have to make people basically homeless because they won't have the power. So yeah, what a surprise. I would never have guessed that.
I'm not trying to pull one over on you, friend. You were bound to run into them sooner or later.
I mean, after you told me about it. Or before.
They're deserters. Former workers. I need them back at their posts. I need them to come home.
So basically, you want me to turn off the power for them in order for them to be drawn out, sort of like rats. So yeah, if you want to solve your deserter problem, I charge by the head.
Good law, no, I don't want you killing anyone, least of all them. My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town. Before you go to the plant, I want you to stop by the botanical lab. Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her the power's about to go, and that it's time her band of deserters came back to town.
Sure thing. So yeah, how will I recognize her?
Adelaide's older than the other deserters. She's dignified, kindly. From what I understand, her camp looks to her for leadership.
Okay, fair enough. And yeah, why are they deserters?
That reason was me. I asked too much and pushed too hard. But I am ready to make amends if they are willing to return to the fold. We belong to one community, the Spacer's Choice family. If we dissolve into factions, then we will all perish separately. Adelaide will understand that.
Well, I mean, when he says it like that, he almost comes off as a little bit of an empathic, but at the same time, I mean, this is obviously the bad guy, right? Or is the game trying to sort of trick me here to say that maybe the deserters are the bad guys? But I mean, he paints the picture of a pretty standard, bad corporate person. But he also fesses up to the fact that he was indeed the person pushing the deserters out. So, I mean, clearly he takes responsibility for that. Question is, though, why haven't he gone to Adelaide and talked to her? Well, sure. I'll see what I can
My
do.
dad told me all about the plant. Taught me all he knew. I could come in useful. I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr. Thompson. Sir.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is talented and may prove useful to you. You will need an administrative passcode in order to enter the plant. I am trusting you with mine, and trusting Miss Holcomb to guide you if you'd like.
Well, I mean, fair enough. This is a game about having someone with you, so let's do that.
I got my wrenches and diagnosticators and hairpins and engine tape, so I'm all set.
Well, I am glad to hear that. Best of luck to you, and thank you again for your help. It is a lot to ask of a stranger, I know.
It sure is, but we're gonna do it anyway. Right, companions. You get a companion. They are characters that join you in your adventures and help you in a variety of ways. Companions provide combat support. Their skills enhance your skills. Ooh, interesting. They increase your carrying capacity. Sure. You can unlock special companion combat abilities with the inspiration skill. Sure, that's cool. So now we have you.
We better clear out of Mr. Thompson's office before we talk.
Sure, fine. Let's do that. Here we are, bottom floor
Hey,
again. Yeah.
Can we talk?
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah, come here.
You got a minute?
Yeah, we're gonna talk.
Sorry. You just want to get out of here. And you likely don't want to tag along like me.
I literally said that I would.
Mr. Thompson has his own view on matters, on account of it's his job and what all, but that's not the only side of the tale.
So you probably know a little bit more then. So yeah, what's your take on this?
To Mr. Thompson, a person's a gear. It does its job quiet-like. If it squeaks or stutters, it gets replaced. The deserters are decent folk. I knew some of them before they left.
Okay, well that's fine. So, I mean, yeah, this town's got issues. I mean, it seems as if I've come to a lot of conclusions really early on. I don't know if I have the foundation for this. So yeah, but how well did you know them?
I don't know anybody well. I mostly listened to them talk, kept my head down. There was a boy named Thomas who used to follow me around, asking questions about the stuff I fixed. He was real sweet to me. Not any sort of dissident.
I mean, yeah, okay. This is sort of what I was talking about. I mean, what's this button, by the way? Don't know. So Reed pushed them away, but she also sort of feels as if they wouldn't. Okay.
Miss McDevitt? Oh, gosh, no. She was a real important person. A flavorist. Made all the food taste decent. She used to work up in the big office with Mr. Thompson. All I know is she left after her son died. It was a real big to-do. I could hear them both yelling clear from my own place.
Aha, so Adelaide worked with Thompson. Okay. But yeah, why were they arguing?
Can't say as I know. I wasn't there. The sound carried, but not the words. If Mr. Thompson ain't of a mind to tell you his own self, you'd best ask Miss McDevitt, if you can get out to her.
And we'll try. Yeah, they are presumably fine people by your words, but so what?
Mr. Thompson's aiming to take away their power. They'll have no lights to see, nor heat to cook. They'll be at the mercy of marauders, or worse. It don't seem right to me, ma'am. I think you should talk to the town's vicar about it. Max, his name is.
I mean, I agree with you that it doesn't seem nice, but at the other hand, they have the town to go to. It's not like they would be like left there completely, right? So yeah, why would we need to talk to the vicar?
What Mr. Thompson proposes to do is upright. Leaving Miss McDevitt's folk to their fate. Their neighbors. Kin. And maybe he can think of something else to try. Something we ain't. He used to go walking outside town. Maybe he found something that'll help. It's just an idea. That's all.
I mean, we don't really have to talk to him about whether or not it's right. It's clearly not right. It's clearly not right to turn off the power for people who just want to, you know, make best as they can. So, yeah, it's not really a hard question, so to speak. And yeah, why would he have found something? That's a weird thing as well.
Thanks, ma'am. I just think when you gotta make a decision that'll hurt somebody, it's best to think on the right and wrong of it. That's what my dad used to say anyways.
I think that's very clever indeed. Right. I'm gonna check out this. Ooh, what's this then? Cannery. Yeah, this is the actual cannery then. Fine. Don't think that we necessarily need to be here. I would presume that this is just another part of it. Yes. Right, so that's the cannery. So where's that? That is a botanical lab. And that would be the vicar. Let's go talk to the vicar. Sounds like a decent thing. So he would presumably be in this sort of fish scaly building here. Okay, fine, it's just regular tiles, but whatever. Yeah, we have the church.
It's too clean.
Is it? Oh, no, we don't need the weapon right now. Yeah, what is this place, by the way? I mean, it's obviously a church thing, but church praying to what? And I can actually pick this up without it being stealing, so let's do that. That was an OSI vial. I don't think that do I remember OSI? I mean, it was on the sign, and now here as well. And what are these cubes and whatever? Is it a skull? Yeah, it is a skull. A really, really dark blue-black skull.
What? No. And I resent the accusation.
What are you talking about?
It wasn't nothing but a question. Do excuse me.
I must
Oh,
find my
what?
way.
Why do I have a flashing red thing? Why do I have a flashing red thing about a gun? No. No. I took it away. Okay, apparently that might not be it, but whatever. Let's talk to the vicar here. What can you tell us? And I would like the information about this place. Like, what is it?
Yes, what is it? You're an outsider. Fantastic. Vicar Maximilian de Soto at your service. Or Vicar Max if you're the sort who prefers brevity. And Ms. Holcomb as well. How rare to see you out. And with a complete stranger. Curious.
Just tagging along, Vicar DeSoto. Don't mind me.
I so rarely get new people to talk to. Name your poison, anything at all. Spiritual counseling, this season's tossball predictions, the quickest way out of town.
I do like the fact that he actually looked at her. That was really nice. Very well thought out. So yeah. So she wanted to talk to you about what Reed asked us to do. Yeah, how did you know? Well, I mean, I'm not... My clothing is totally off. That would be probably the first thing.
Not to put too fine a point on it,
yeah,
but your
exactly.
choice of wardrobe is not precisely common hereabouts. Also, you lack the distinctive worker gaze. Usually either a deadening behind the eyes, or in some rare cases, a wild-eyed frenzy, like a trapped animal. Pretty universal here, except for Ms. Holcomb, who for some reason doesn't seem to have much to say to me. Isn't that right?
It's just... there's more to it all than numbers. Sorry.
Sure thing. So, yeah. Maybe it's because you're dismissive. Quite inappropriate for a vicar, isn't it? I'm surprised to hear you dismiss your parishioners so casually.
I'm simply bemoaning the level of spiritual awareness in this town.
Well, I mean, since people are all just working all the time, I would assume that spirituality would drop quite significantly. Yeah, isn't that your job?
Yes, but there are few who hear me in this miserable place. I must double my efforts to elevate my flock, These are good, hard-working people here.
Probably too hardworking. Yeah. Did you just say that this is a miserable place?
Yes. And thank you for pointing it out. It is wrong of me to succumb to distress. This place could be so much more, and I will continue in my quest to make it so.
That is kind of an interesting thing, by the way. This town. What's the purpose of this town? Because there's, if everything is just a company and everything is just production, etc., etc., is that all it is? Is there no, like, expansion plans or, you know, a will to actually make it a home, so to speak? Is it all just money? Because if that's the case, then yeah, I would assume that the whole spirituality thing is never really gonna be a thing, right? So, yeah. We want to talk to you about this here little thing, the deserters.
But what? I thought you would talk to him.
You wanted to speak to me, Ms. Holcomb? Every time I've tried to engage you in conversation, you look at the floor, answer in single words, and slink away. I can't imagine what would be so grave as to drive her to my mission. What has Mr. Thompson asked you to do?
I mean, I can be the person who talks, absolutely. So yeah, so I can be... because I can fix the geothermal plant. I'm not really gonna fix it, am I? or is that how he phrased it? I don't think it is. But I could be... can include Adelaide's name. Or I can sort of be a little bit dismissive myself. Well... I mean, presumably he would know Adelaide. I mean, I assume sort of everyone knows that. And I don't really need to be so dismissive this early on.
Depriving them of safety from the marauders and wildlife. I can see why that troubles you. Miss Holcomb has a soft heart. Always has, if you believe the talk.
So yeah, so what do you think of Adelaide's group? What's your take on them?
They rejected the order of society and live beyond the walls so thoughtfully provided by our Spacer's Choice patrons. Does that strike you as a responsible life choice?
I mean, it could be. If it was, you know, appropriate, etc., etc. Yeah, exactly. How well can the leader provide? I mean, obviously, as you mentioned yourself, it's a miserable place. People are either jaded or frenzied from overworking, and people are afflicted with the plague. They are not really showing a sign of communal spirit, etc., etc. So, wouldn't you really want to get away from that?
Astute. But I am here, not in the deserter camp. So that's not a variable I can account for.
So yeah, what would be your advice in this situation?
Assuming your goal is to save as many as possible, then you should bring everyone together. Send the power to Edgewater and convince the deserters to return to the fold.
Yeah, would that actually be possible? Or, yeah, sure, I can just talk to them. And, again, be a little bit more... I mean, I don't know if that's been necessarily a waste of time. Okay, fine, it has been a little bit of a waste of time. Still, though. Yeah, do you really think that that's going to be a possible thing?
Not if things are left to stand as they are. If you don't mind a bit of unsolicited advice, be cautious on your way to the geothermal plant. It is not as safe as you might assume.
I mean, I wouldn't assume anything to be safe in this world, but sure. But also, I'm not impressed. Yeah, but why would you say that?
One of the reasons I transferred here was to fulfill my duty in hunting down banned heretical texts. I happen to know such a book is, as we speak, tainting a collector's library in Emerald Vale. However, the collector's residence lies outside the town's walls. My retrieval efforts have been thwarted by marauders who have overrun the property. Should you fare better than me, I'd pay a handsome sum for the book.
What did that have to do with anything? I must have missed the question here, because why is his job of finding heretical texts have got to do anything with what I'm supposed to do. Yeah. So. Yeah, tell me more.
It's a handwritten journal. A faded blue cover with the name M. Bakonu handwritten in the lower corner. I'll mark where I saw it on your map. Assuming you're serious?
I mean, I'll find it for you. I'm not gonna say that you're gonna get it from me. I might turn it into someone else. What would a banned heretical book be something that you would go for?
Just want to keep the writing out of layman's hands. It wouldn't do for such information to fall into public consumption.
I mean, I'm still a little bit curious as to what the religion is. You know, are we talking Christianity or are we talking something else? You're not making a compelling argument at all. Yeah, exactly. Since the authorities would be interesting to hear you're after this contraband text.
On the contrary, my position means that I am one of the few legally allowed to possess such items. But do not worry. You'll be safe since you are acting on my behalf.
Well, that sounds good at least. Maybe I don't have to say that. I mean, these are not the options that I would like to take. I mean, I'm absolutely gonna find it, but this is just ignoring it. I mean, okay, fine. That's an okay choice.
I assure you, you won't find another willing to risk imprisonment to possess this book, nor anyone willing to pay the price I can offer.
We're talking a little bit about almost as a sort of theocratic society here, where possession of illegal books can be punished. That's a bit weird, but fine.
We see eye to eye.
It is slightly compelling. I'll look for your book.
Thank you. If you retrieve it, you can always find me here.
Sure thing. Well, okay. We're at least a little bit on the way here, so even though it wasn't necessarily that we found that much out from that, it's at least something. I mean, we got another quest, so that's cool. So yeah, okay. We need to go outside then for that to take place. Now, is there anything else that I need here? Like, is there a place where I can... Like, I'm thinking buy weapons? Is that a thing in here? We do have a general store. Let's see what the general store can do for me. Let's talk to Julius Moreau.
Since the vending machine incident.
Oh, that's...
Polka, got my eye on you, girl.
That's a bit of a shame. So what did you do? Okay, whatever.
Miss Holcomb ain't allowed in this establishment. Not since that little incident.
That's fine, but what?
Ask her if you care. I'm running a business here.
I won't touch anything while we're in here, Mr. Moreau. I promise.
I mean, she's with me now, so that's nothing you have to worry about. But can I ask you some questions before we trade? Yeah, anyone I should watch out for?
Definitely the vicar. Don't get me wrong. He seems a decent man, cut from church cloth, knows his scriptures. But there's something about him that bothers me. Like he's not one of us. Sometimes I suspect he doesn't even want to be here.
Alien. He's absolutely an alien. Okay, whatever. So what is your take on this place?
Edgewater? That's a peculiar question. This a test? Am I being tested right now? It's, fine and dandy. Couldn't be happier. Wouldn't want to spend my life working anywhere else. Prettiest little town on Terra 2.
You got a little right. Yeah, exactly. Telling yourself that won't make it true.
You are condescending to me, and I do not care for it. I am lucky to have my work, lucky to be alive. I don't get paid for banter. Was there something you needed?
He did not like that. So let's trade a little bit here.
My ears.
So can I sell stuff? Your Russian skill is equal to the value of your best dialogue skill and is used to negotiate prices when buying and selling. And I do get a 4% discount. So I'm going to start off with selling. Not item repair though, but apparently that is what the game wants to tell me about. So keep your company gear in tip-top shape is expected, and something you're carrying needs repair. You can repair weapons and armor at a workbench. Sure, but I can also, I would assume, do it here. Okay, because I do have a repair section here. Sure, they can repair my stuff a little bit, but I don't really have the bits. So what can I sell? I can sell a whole bunch of these stuff. How do I sell them? E, of course. Can I not sell these? Oh, there we go. Sell that, and sell that. And I'm gonna sell everything that has the natural health regeneration. So what do we get from these then? Personality attributes +1, and then a hangover, perception, and charm. I guess it could be useful at some point, maybe. Can I sell this? I can actually sell this, even though I stole it, so that's kind of good. That's a bunch of ammo, rebuilt mining gear. That's good for stealth skills. That's interesting. What was this good for? Armor 3, armor 4. Why haven't I switched out to this then? You know what? Escape. I'm gonna go back. Didn't I have that? Yeah, I did. There we go. Ooh, that's colorful. I like that. Right, let's talk to you again.
Not the best choice. It's Spacer's choice. And before you ask, I'm all out of deluxe salt tuna. All I've got is gourmet.
Only gourmet? Well, that's terrible. Well, let's sell my hibernation suit. Did I get nothing from that? I don't know. See, we got some weapon parts, etc. So how much do I have now? Do we even know how much I got? 83. Okay, so that's what I've got. So he has energy cells. So 10 is for what? Is it for just one energy cell? Doesn't seem that good. Then he has a bunch of weapon parts and armor parts, etc, etc. He has some stuff as well. You have like a regular long gun? Like this one? Yes. Would not mind this one. So yeah, but that also takes heavy ammo, and I don't have that much in the lines of heavy ammo at this point. But I would like that one. I would like that one. I don't really want to use... Okay, so the sort of shotgun actually uses light ammo. That's good to know. Well, we're really not in a position to do much here, are we? It's a light machine gun. That's interesting. Light and machine gun. That doesn't really go together, I think. But whatever. And yeah, I would like to be able to do. I mean, I would get 45 from that up to 128, and I could get this one, I would assume. That's a whole lot. Let's actually let's do this again. I'm actually gonna unequip this one. We're gonna sell that one as well.
Spacer's choice, the brand of choice for space.
Yeah. Shut up. We're trading. And we're gonna sell that one. We're gonna sell that. Only 6. Thought it would be worth more. Up to 134. Was that just shy of getting this? I mean, that was way more expensive though. So what else can I say? I can just move over here. Is there anything interesting? I mean, I can sell something for just 1. Like base health is actually pretty good though. We'll sell 1 of these. Yes, so that I can buy this. There we go. Nice. So I have another weapon. I have a light assault rifle. I'm gonna put that on spot 2. Why is that being? Well, that's probably because that's the one that I currently have equipped, I would assume. So that's nice. Let's move out. Oh, that was the wrong way, was it? Oh, it wasn't. Oh, right here. I remembered. So let's head back into the Emerald Vale and just sort of get a view on where we're supposed to go. And here we are again with a beautiful view. This is extremely pretty. Just taking the rings together with some more Aurora Borealis, with another planet that also has rings, with a moon, I would assume. Man, they really went a lot with this. So we have the pistol. We have, I mean, what is this flashing? Can I not use this? Is that a thing? Don't know what that means. But I can use this. Like that. A lot of damage from that one. Well, it is absolutely time to cut this episode off. We are probably... Okay, so that was a lot. I thought it said about 50 meters, but that's half a kilometer away. So that is where we're going at the start of the next episode. I'm probably going to check out this little place, though, before sort of necessarily go on. But yeah, okay, so we checked out Edgewater, had a little bit of a talk with some of the residents at least. I mean, I would assume that there are at least some more people that we can talk to. We picked up Parvati Halcomb here. It's going to help us out a little bit. We'll see how useful she is otherwise, if we're talking like not combat stuff. You know, she was talking about equipment, etc., etc. We'll see if she has some valuable things to her once we get to the geothermal plant. But yeah, we are about to set off into the sort of actual action of this game. For now, though, this has been Goldsmith Gaming with me, Christopher. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.